Welcome, dear listeners, to the Speak in Flow podcast. I'm so excited to have a dear friend, an amazing mortgage loan officer, Jay Sondhi with US Bank. Welcome, Jay.
Hi.
Hello, glad you're here. You've been doing mortgage for 23 years. That's a long time to be doing one thing. How's it been?
Long time. It doesn't
It's a
feel like
long
it's that
time.
long. Time flies when you're having fun.
That's awesome. Yes. And you're the go-to expert. People go to you, you're having fun. Share and now you're sharing knowledge. You've taken all that knowledge, 23 years of your knowledge in the loan industry, and you're putting it into a YouTube channel, and that's why you're here today.
That's the idea. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
It started with your help.
And it's called Loan Bae, right?
Loan Bae. Yeah.
Loan Bae. It's so creative. And what is it that you want from this channel? Like, what is your vision and what are you sharing on this channel?
Because the idea was to have a channel that has all of the questions that are asked during the mortgage process. So that, a lot of times I get calls from people after hours, right? So 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9, 10. Because I understand everybody else has a job too, right? They're working 8 to 12 hours a day, and they may not have the time to get into the research of their future home purchase until after they're done with their work day.
Right.
So my idea with this is to have little snippets of all the frequently asked questions during the mortgage process, so that if somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, Jay, I want to schedule some time. Let's talk about mortgages," I could say, "Okay, here's my scheduling link. We can schedule some time to chat. But if you have time, which I know you're probably in the middle of doing all this research and finding a lot of bad information online, why don't you go to my YouTube channel? You can pre-approve your own loan in 5 minutes, and you can have bunch of the questions answered for yourself. Like, what's appraisal? How do I search for a house? Why is everything going for over asking? All these little questions will all be there, so that's the idea, is that all these little questions that are in your head, I know what they are because I get them every day, and I'll just record it.
Right. Do you think people because it's a big purchase, and so do you think listening to these videos and getting knowledge will help them to, because I get buyer's remorse after a small thing. Like, how would this be helpful to reduce the level of buyer's remorse, to get all this upfront knowledge first beforehand? Or what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's the idea. The whole concept is, what I learned in the Army is this concept of knowledge breeds confidence. That training that you get in the Army, they say it's going to breed the confidence that you need to be successful on the battlefild, right? It's like, I never wanted to join the Army, but I took that to heart. It was one of the best things I ever learned in college. And it wasn't even in college, right? Knowledge breeds confidence. And I think that if you're a home buyer looking to go buy a house, that you really need to be confident in what you're doing, so that I want my clients to be confident in what they're doing. I don't want to be party to, I'm putting people into debt every day, and I don't want to give somebody the largest amount of debt that they might have in their whole life and feel bad about it the next day.
Right.
I want them to feel
At the
very
next
confident.
day.
I want them to understand the numbers. I want them to understand what they're doing, because in this day where it's competitive in the Bay Area, things move so fast that a lot of times you can be out looking at an open house one weekend, and then 17 days later you have a house and a mortgage if you're not careful. So things move that fast. That's why I feel like this repository of information, my information, not just internet information, should be in one spot, so that you can pick my brain whenever you want.
Right. I mean, it is a good analogy because, like you said, in the military, they're going to battle. I mean, when you get out there, you're probably like feeling like you're going to battle with all these other competitors, and it can just go so fast, and you're not 100%. Really thinking. Yeah. You're like, I just want it. And then you think back, you're like, oh my gosh, did I really want it?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like you said, like doing all that upfront research, taking your time, getting, looking at your videos and asking the right questions, getting all those details before you go out to the battlefield, because you may not have the time to think through things because you're in the middle of the emotion of it all.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And I never really thought about it that way with home buying, because sometimes I think, oh, we have so much time, or why don't we take our time with it? But you can't if especially if it's a good house.
Oh, everybody
And
says
it's like,
that. I'm not really looking. We're
yeah,
gonna look later, but we're just
yeah,
looking at open houses. Oh, I found something like I want to buy it right now. It's like that's just the way it
right,
works.
right,
And
right.
truthfully, that's the reason why you need to get a pre-approval as soon as you
Mhm,
start thinking about looking, right? Is that you can't go hunting without a weapon, and the pre-approval letter
mhm.
is your weapon.
Yeah,
You need to be able to take
right,
the game, with,
right,
a minute. You can't be like, oh, hold on, let me go get my pre-approval right now on Sunday,
right,
when other people are putting
right.
their offers. So you really have to get going on things quick, and you need to know what you're doing. That's the thing that always makes me nervous about it, is I want to make sure everybody understands what they're doing. And there's so many little pieces that you need to be understanding, right? From
Hmm.
your
And I
money
mean, you have a
to like
video. You have a
insurance.
video on it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have a
yeah. That's
video
the
on the
idea.
pre.
Like one
Hmm.
little video, like in snippets, like minute long,
Hmm.
hopefully one
Hmm.
to 2 minutes. Here's
Hmm.
insurance.
Hmm.
You want to, you don't know what your property taxes are going to be. It's not. You can go
Hmm.
online and look it up in the counties. It's not accurate. So I'm going to
Mm.
show you how to look at the property tax bill of the house that you're going to buy and do the math backwards, because you need to do manual math. Not
Hmm.
everything's available online as you think and hope. Not even AI,
But and one of your videos has a whole sheet on how to do that, right?
Yeah,
Manually
yeah,
for themselves.
correct.
That's
Yeah,
so
there's
cool.
and the little,
Yeah.
the little tools that I use, it's just like,
Hmm.
let's look under the hood of the mortgage company. Let's make it
Hmm.
as transparent as possible, so that you
Hmm.
have all the knowledge that I do. Because it's really not rocket science what we do, but
Hmm.
it's not taught in schools either. So that's the idea.
Right.
This is my class. Let me
Right.
show it to you.
Yeah, and it's really easy to listen to, watch. I mean, and then plus you're engaging, Jay. Like you have an engaging style. Your videos are different. And so I'm excited that they're out there. You started to record them. And so let's go back a bit about when you had this idea and it wasn't out, you didn't even record yet. What was that like when you tried to record it, or you had this vision of recording it? How many years ago was it that you're thinking about doing this?
It must have been over 5 years ago. I can't remember exactly, but I know it's
Uh-huh.
around when I bought my house. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, 5 years ago. No,
Ah!
six, probably
And
6 or 7, maybe 5 or 6, 5 or 6.
yeah. And then so you knew you wanted to do it, and then what happened?
Well, I first of all got my channel set up right. I got,
Mhm,
oh, YouTube. There's Loan Bae there. Oh, I could get Loan Bae. I got it. I got
mhm,
the Instagram
mhm,
channel, Loan Bae,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
Great. Then the next step was, oh, I'm gonna make a little avatar, because I'm not really supposed to do it for a US bank, they don't
mhm,
really want us doing this stuff, and that's the reason why the
mhm,
strategy is that it's not me working as an employee of the bank making these videos.
mhm,
These are my
mm,
personal thoughts. It's not financial
mm,
advice. This is my own opinions. And that's why I
right,
came up with that idea of the Loan Bay, is that
mm,
it's just a little cartoon character. So I had went to
mhm,
Fiverr, had
mhm,
somebody make me an avatar, and I got those
mhm.
channels all set up. And then I was, I don't know what to do now.
And then
This
it
gets
stalled for a while
just
because you don't.
stuck. Yeah. And I didn't even, I just paralyzed, right?
Yeah,
I had an idea what I want to do. Don't want to have my face online. I had a lot of
yeah,
reservations about that. I
Right.
want it to be most informative, but not about me. So I would just forget about it for a while and
Mm-hmm.
then think about it, but not do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just paralyzed
Mm-hmm.
with the perfection, right? I think,
Mm-hmm.
and not knowing like there's just a baby step to take.
Mm-hmm. Because you wanted to probably, because of the perfectionism coming into place, you wanted to have all the A through Z planned out
Yeah, you have
and
a
knowing that it's going to
vision of
work.
what it's going to be, and then
Yeah.
don't understand that it's gotta just get started on it, and you're gonna make
Mm-hmm.
mistakes, and it's not gonna come out perfect. But
Mm-hmm.
I think I got wrapped up in the perfection of it that it just never got started.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I knowing that maybe before pandemic, so probably like in 2018 or 19. I think it was 2019, the beginning of. I took a
Mm-hmm.
class down in LA with
Mm-hmm.
um a great lady who was teaching a class about how to be camera ready, how to go on camera and be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how to be present and feel good about yourself. And it was,
Mm-hmm.
really deep and fluffy, at the end of it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll make a film. And no, didn't do it. And then it just
What was going on in your head at that time? We're just like no, like something just
just,
stopped you.
I can't say it didn't help. I did,
Uh-huh.
I did learn some things, but
Right.
I didn't I didn't get going on it. And I think there
Yeah.
was something deeper in there that I think you
Mm.
helped me with on that end,
Aw. Well, and
which was
so well, we don't have to say what. I
yeah.
mean, it's up to you.
Mhm.
So you went deep. We went a little deeper.
Yeah, day one.
I mean, and
But
I think that
I think
happens with a
I
lot
think it
of
was like
it happens with
after the years and years of like it had been another few years, right? Because I reached out to
yeah,
you in earlier this year. So it was like 2024.
right.
So it was like 5 more years. Eesh. So it took a long
Yeah.
time. It we got put on the back end. I find myself talking to people. Oh yeah, someday I will make some videos, and it's like this year is just got kind of ridiculous. Like it's New Year's,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking, geez, I'll do this project. Oh geez, I haven't done that yet. What are we doing here? And I remember seeing your LinkedIn and said, oh, our friend is Speak and Flow. Like I should reach out about this because I keep seeing it and I never reach out. It was like, oh, let's have a little conversation. We had a conversation, and then you got me going on the first day because you just told me, why don't you just do it, record it, see what happens. Okay, interesting idea, right? So, and then we got started on that. And then on our first session, it was a lot deeper than I thought, but it really helped uncover some of the some of the like I think most of the resistance to why I wasn't making moves on this.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
that
probably
happens with
trickle
all
down to
leaders.
other
Like,
things like how I wasn't making moves on a lot of things, if you really think about
oh,
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so once that was removed, once you found that we let go of the block, it was like then you were able to create another video.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, making more videos and being there was it's what do you want to call it? It's somatic, right? It's a
uh,
brain and body connection. I think there's a physical piece to it. And that's what I didn't realize
oh,
about
interesting.
your class is that I didn't
Interesting.
realize how somatically inclined it was. I thought we were going to be doing like voice exercises, la 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 la, like you know what I mean, like
Right.
in some kind of
Right.
acting class, and it was
Right.
ends up being way deeper and way more I don't want to more effective than what I was expecting.
I think the truth is because if we tackle it from, hey, doing voice, doing hand gestures, it's like you said, it's not connecting. Your mind and your body, your soul is not connecting. Your body is like saying no, even though you logically, I really want to do this. My brain's like, let's go do it. But if your subconscious, which is your body, is saying, no, I'm not on board with this, you're going to paralyze yourself. It's just not,
Correct.
you won't go.
And
Or it
that's the
slows you
thing
down,
too,
or it
right?
slows
Is
you
that
down.
the
Right.
authenticity won't be there,
Uh-huh.
right? If your
Yeah.
mind and your body are
Right.
not connected. And I feel
Right.
like that's really the root of what you're doing with your course, right?
Thank you. Thank you. And then once you started going, it was amazing to have you say, you know what? It was not perfect. I'm still working through it. But then you started, there was a click moment where you're like, it's actually easier than what your mind had put it out to be.
Right.
You had made it more complicated. It was actually, you actually flew through like recording a whole day and it flew by and you're like, I even had fun, which
Yeah. No, it gets fun. It gets fun after that block isn't there anymore, right?
right, right.
Once your body is not fighting, or you're not fighting your body, and vice versa,
Mhm.
you're flowing, right? Flowing.
You're flowing. There's flow. There's flow between the mind and the body and the spirit and the words and the energy around it. And that's what's going to attract you to your clients, right? When you have your energy, because if your body and your subconscious is not on board, like you said, it's inauthentic. They may be saying the right words, but the energy behind the words is not there because their whole system is not in alignment. So when you are in alignment with your mind and body and soul, the energy that flows through it is what is connecting you to your clients and attracting, because you're having fun. Like we talked about how energy is contagious, and your word, and when you are in the passion about what you're doing and having joy and fun and confidence around your videos, like it's going to come across. Because Jay, you are such an an enthusiastic, dynamic person.
Thank you.
And yes, and I think that the people that watch your YouTube channel will see it.
Thanks. I really hope so.
They
I
will
hope they
see it.
laugh and they learn a lot.
Right. I think you can do that because you're Jay. You're not just like the boring, here's all the data and facts. It's not like that. It's a completely, because it's called Loan Bae. I mean, just if you can't you tell what's about, like it's already fun from the title, right?
Yeah.
And so you're
No, I mean,
learning and having
yeah.
fun.
I didn't want to make it like, hey, I'm at the whiteboard. Let me teach you something right here.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh, with the bad suit and all that. It's
Mhm.
like the normal mortgage broker thing, like how I always like never wanted to be. I think that I was so focused on that that's
Right.
part of the thing, right? Like you get wrapped up in your whole image of perfection. And for
Right.
me, that's what it is an image of
Right.
perfection, and then I get locked down on that. If it's not
Like many
perfect,
people.
it's not going out, right?
hmm
And it's
hmm
okay to
Right.
have perfect.
Right. And it evolves. It's going to evolve.
Yeah, and you have editors. How about that?
hmm
That's
Yeah.
what I'm working on right now is
Any
editor.
any editors out there? We need an
Yeah,
editor.
editor.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for you. I'm happy that it's out there and people can connect to you and watch your videos. What's the next step for it?
For the videos, it's really about I think editing, but then also one of the other goals is to try stand-up comedy,
Oh yeah. Right. Right.
and I'm working on that too. And I think that's this is the thing, right? Is most of my friends they're surprised that I have to go to speaking coach, right? Because oh, you're an extrovert. What are you talking about? You get along with people, and it's not
Right.
true. I'm very shy with new people. I
Right.
have a tough time meeting new people.
Right.
And or this is the narrative that I would tell myself is, oh, I'm not good with meeting new people. And
hmm
the course has helped to get away from that, or to get into the feeling of the body, why that's happening and how to overcome it, so that it's easier to speak in front of strangers. It's tough for me. So speaking in strangers, speaking in front of camera, and then I get to go try the new goal, which is to do open mic and go try like 5 minutes of comedy, which I've always wanted to do. Is like making jokes in front of friends is easy. We're going out into a bar and trying to spit 5 minutes of jokes. This is like makes me nervous to think about.
But the thing is, it's so interesting that because when I know you and me knowing you, yeah, you can do it with just your friends. And if you could just allow yourself to do it with other people, we get afraid of the judgment. But it's fascinating that when you can give yourself permission to just put yourself out there, because you are holding back. Like we're missing out on Jay because we're missing out. So it's actually to the detriment of us. So I want to let you know, like the whole world is missing out on Jay. And same thing with a lot of the leaders out there who think, okay, I can't say this, I can't because it has to be perfect. So, but the thing is, you are already enough. You already have it within you. So it's a matter of getting out there one step at a time. It may not be perfect, but the more comfortable you get, the more you could just be yourself. Allowing yourself to just be yourself on a large stage, it's great. And then you make that connection with the people. And not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay. But you're with the people that do like you and do like your jokes and your comedy. Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't know. Okay. I mean, I've always wanted to do comedy, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to cheer you on. I'm going to practice on the side, but I'm never going to I don't think I'm going to do open mic, but I will take all the skills and tools and use it in my classes.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's simply the first step. So, and then Jay, hopefully maybe Jay, you and I are going to be doing some classes together too, which will be fun. Facilitating some classes.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So is there anything you want to say to clients in this industry right now? If they're looking for a house, like what could you share with them? What is a tip for one or two?
I think you should look at my YouTube channel and check it out and leave a comment, like and follow and share. All that jazz. See Loan Bae on Instagram. I think we're gonna do YouTube first, but yeah, check it out and let me know what you think. I think it's informative stuff, and yeah, reach out to me if you need some help.
Totally. I mean, you've got all the expertise. You got integrity. You're genuine and authentic, and yeah, Jay will help you out. He'll take care of you. So check out his page.
I'll say that nobody will care more than me about.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Totally. And this is one of the biggest purchases of your life. So get someone that cares.
Correct. 100%.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jay. It was so nice. It was wonderful to catch up with you. Thank you for sharing your expertise with us and also your journey with developing and getting your YouTube channel out there. I know that the audience is going to take away a lot from today. So thank you.
No, thank you. You're the one that made it happen.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining the conversation today. Are you curious on how you measure up with your ability to speak in flow? Come grab my free self-assessment at https://speakinflow.com/assessment. And I'll see you on the other side.